Auschwitz until 43 and 44.
Yeah.
You was in Auschwitz. 1 year.
Yeah.
And what you do in Auschwitz? You work in Buna?
No, I
Where?
was too young. I learned
A lawyer.
Ran a messenger boy.
You was a boy messenger?
Yeah.
That go from the camp in Auschwitz and tell from this something?
Yeah,
That was your work.
yeah. I saw everything. I knew Mengele.
You saw Mengele face to face?
Definitely 100%. I saved somebody's life. When Mengele put us on selection.
You was in the story that Mengele take a wood
Yeah.
and tell to all the children, go behind. You make a video? And tell to all the children, go behind the wood. You was there.
No, not that. I was the one.
There was a story that Mengele come with his Ofanayim and he take all the children.
Yeah.
You was young, you was 30. How much you were? 12? 11, 12? איך אומרים? 13.
Don't get so low, but take it easy.
Take it.
No, you make me מתרגש מאוד. I'm very excited. You know why? I'm very emotional because every time I read story, but now you are a life story.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody knows that.
No, Spielberg, I made a video, but I don't make advertising.
You was in Spielberg? He make movie of you?
Yeah.
So Spielberg know about you everything.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
Yeah, survivors of the Holocaust.
If I question you, you can go home. It's okay.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Tell me if it's strong for you.
But the story, did you hear the story of Mengele? He came to make a selection with all the Birkenau boys. The boys, young boys, 90 years old.
Okay.
90 of them. We were asked to go to
To selection.
and he checked us, the kids, the 90 boys.
Yes. But you was young. You were 13.
Yeah.
And what Mengele say to you? You can work, go to work?
We were all counted to the left, to that square. Left to the gas.
He send you to the gas?
Yeah, he didn't send me. He sent every boy from us to the 90 boys.
I take 90 boys
Yeah, and
and
then-
send them to the chamber gas.
Yeah, and then no, not directly. He first gave his yes or no. Mengele was always, what's it called? He always was a killer.
Yes.
He was but on a face note. So I hear that we are not going to make it. That was in 44.
44.
Yeah. And he looked at us, and then I got mad. I wanted to know from him, so he went out, and he stood there with his friend. Mengele was a Hauptstadtführer.
What is Hauptshop?
Commandant.
Yes.
Like a major or something.
Like a major, yes.
And the other guy,
Oberstführer.
the other guy, Schwarzhuber, he was his friend, but he was
What is name?
Schwarzhuber.
Schmatzenberg.
Schwarzhuber,
Schwarzhuber. You see Schwarzhuber?
100%. I worked for him.
You work with Schwarzhuber?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I thought they're going to kill me, so I ran over to him. And I said, because I spoke very good German. I was from Berlin. And they called me Berliner. They called me Berliner.
He call you Berliner.
Yeah.
Because you know to speak Germany, it was good for you
Yeah.
to stay alive.
You know,
Because the German, Nazi German, like people that speak Germany.
definitely.
And you speak Yiddish?
Warte.
You speak Yiddish?
Natürlich, Mama schon.
So you can be the translator for all the Jewish, Poland Jewish, between the German and them.
Yeah, I didn't
Because
do
that is still life.
Yeah, but then I went out to him and asked him, don't put me away. I can work hard. It's all in the newspaper. I can work hard. I'm a strong boy. I like to still to live. Because my grandfather before, I tell you, this is very important. So it's in the archive.
Yes, but your parents come with you to Auschwitz?
My grandparents.
Your grandparents?
Yeah.
And your parents too?
No, my parents.
Your parents no.
parents.
And your brother?
No, sister.
Your sister come to Auschwitz?
Yeah, she was killed.
They was killed them?
Yeah.
Until what year you have been in Auschwitz?
1 year, until September. I came in September from Czechoslovakia, in September 43.
43, yes. But when you finished to be in Auschwitz? When you finished to be in Auschwitz?
What year?
What year?
What year? What year did you?
Auschwitz, it's not in Auschwitz. We went on a test march after. I went also on a test march.
You have been in Auschwitz until the Russian people come to you?
No, they didn't come in time. I told them they didn't come over. The
איך אומרים צעדת מוות? איך אומרים צעדת מוות?
Russians didn't come to us. When they came, was everything finished. All the people in Auschwitz were finished. There was nobody left there. I was deported, not deported, brought to Gleiwitz. Gleiwitz, yeah. Now let me tell you, Mr. Mengele, I ran up to him.
To me?
Mengele.
To Mengele?
Yeah.
You went to Mengele, okay.
I ran up to him. He was standing. He could have shot me. I wanted to know what was going to happen, so I said to him, don't kill me. Listen, poor melody. I put my things together. Der Hauptschulführer, du sprichst gut Deutsch. Ich sage, ich bin von Deutschland. So he was a bit surprised. So he said,
You stand like this between Mengele?
I always had to stand like this now.
Yes. And Mengele like you?
He must have.
He must have liked me, yes.
So he was surprised that I had courier. You know, there's a courier.
You were strong.
Yeah, there's a courier to come over because he stood there with two guards and Schwarzenberg. And they could have shot me. No one was. So I said, I will work. So he said, okay. I'm going to give you a job as a Läufer. But before, when I got finished with him, this is the important part now. I walked out back to the boys, not completely, and there was a little Czech boy, Harry Levy.
Harry Levy?
Yeah.
Who is
He came up to me, Czech also, a beautiful boy. He came up to me and he cried, he said, can you do the same for me? So I did the same for him. It's slowly all lies in luck, Hashem, what they do. So I said, I will see. So I walked back to him. How can you?
Excuse me, so how you go out from Auschwitz? When you go out from Auschwitz? When you finish Auschwitz?
Auschwitz in January.
29, yes, I know. When you finish Auschwitz?
How did you get out?
How did you get out from Auschwitz?
There was the SS, they took me over to Gleiwitz.
Okay, the SS took you with how much people? 1,000 people?
No.
How much?
They were quick. And I said to him, save his life too. So Mengele said, okay, he was annoyed probably. He wants to save also somebody else. So he said, I'm going to take 2 matches. The one who pulls the longest match will be alive, and the other one will go with the ball. You understand?
I understand, but I want to understand when you go out from Auschwitz, you go out with car, with train, with what?
With bus.
With bus.
And where did you go?
No, to Gleiwitz.
Gleiwitz. Where is Gleiwitz? In Germany?
By Auschwitz.
Gleiwitz, it was a simple camp between the Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to Gleiwitz.
Yeah.
Okay, and you was there until the finish of the war?
Yeah.
No,
I had a death march.
Dead?
Death March.
Dead March. מה זה Dead March?
Death March,
März?
they would know.
In 1945 or 44?
44.
In 1944?
Yeah. No, 1945. That's about the beginning.
Okay,
How long
so
was the death march?
About 3 weeks.
Where did you guys go?
We had to go to Gross Rosen. But most of us were...
Gross Rosen. You go
most
to
of
Gross
us-
Rosen?
Yeah. Most of us were killed in the camp on walking.
Okay, and when you go out from Auschwitz to Gross Rosen,
Yeah.
you walking with your leg, yes?
Definitely with the leg.
How much time? 2 days? How much time?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
How much people you was?
About 30,000.
3,000 people.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah.
You remember the day? You don't remember. It was in March, in April, 1945.
The winter.
Where?
Winter.
It was in the winter.
So-
בחורף זה היה.
30 under 0.
Okay,
most of
so
all-
you go from Auschwitz to Gross Rosen, three weeks.
Yeah.
And you was 3,000 people.
Yeah.
And how much people died on the way?
All of them mostly.
All of them died.
Because they were shot.
They shoot them.
When they had to go down and do something. They couldn't get up on the post. So the SS, strong.
Kill them.
Shot them in the head. Yeah.
Okay, so you go out 3,000, and how much people you come to Gross Rosen?
Nothing. Maybe 50.
50 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe.
And you was there in this 50.
Definitely. Okay.
You was strong. You have eat. So how you can survive it?
Ask God.
I ask God.
Yeah.
Okay, I ask him.
Ask him. How we can survive it. Because you're tough.
3,000 אנשים, והם נשארו 50 אנשים.
You're tough. Even if you're 30 years old, 40, 50 years old, you're tough. You don't want to die. Death is horrible. Now I accept it now.
Yes. How much SS people going with you?
A
How
lot.
many people were with you?
A lot. How much?
Quite a group. I don't know how many.
Something
But they were all-
200?
Yeah.
You was 3,000.
Yeah.
And when you go to Gross Rosen, you was 50.
Yeah.
50 people.
Yeah.
And the SS, everything good with them. They go to Gross Rosen. And they put you in Gross Rosen. And what then? What after?
And after Leibniz.
After what?
Leibniz also came.
After you was in Gross Rosen, you go to Leifer?
Leibniz.
Leibniz.
Other camp, yeah.
In Germany.
Yeah, and Gross Rosen, we came, there was nobody there. They brought us in there. The camp was all empty from the prisoners.
I understand. When you go to Gross Rosen, the camp was empty. There is nobody there.
No.
And you sleep in Gross Rosen how much time?
Oh, 2 days maybe.
2 days. And after they took you to where?
Leibniz.
Leibniz.
By Theresienstadt.
Near Theresienstadt.
Yeah.
But in 1943, you come from Theresienstadt to Auschwitz.
Yeah. I came back to the...
And you was in Auschwitz 1 year.
Yeah.
And after they took you to Gross Rosen,
Yeah.
3,000 people.
Yeah.
And when you go to Gross Rosen, you was 50 people.
Yeah.
And you was there 2 days.
Yeah.
And after you go to?
Want to go to...
After Gross Rosen, you go to a small camp.
Yeah.
Lefty? What is name?
Military camp.
Military camp.
Yeah.
It was near Theresienstadt.
Yeah.
So you make a circle.
Yeah. So I didn't make the circus. I didn't make the circus. It was done automatically.
Automatically, yes.
I got on the way before I came into Leibniz. I got typhoid.
How much time you was in Leipzig?
Or maybe 2 months.
2 months?
And then they took us over back to Theresienstadt.
The German took you to Theresienstadt.
Again, yeah.
Again to Theresienstadt.
They walked with us.
They work. What you work there in Theresienstadt?
No, they walked
They
us
walked
there.
with them.
They work with you. Okay.
Of course, it wasn't far. I didn't even know then. By the time I got to the ghetto again, there were people queuing there to see if there were any relatives coming back. And I had my aunt,
שומעים אותי טוב, נכון?
I don't speak Swedish.
Yes, yes.
and I had my aunt who was there. My aunt, my mother's sister. And she saw me and she put her arm on me. But she was called to the ghetto von Hamburg.
And then, so how much time you was in the camp near Theresienstadt until the American people come? Who save you? Who make you freedom? The American people?
No, you go further. It wasn't so quick when I was in the ghetto. When we came into the ghetto, they put us into. I knew the ghetto.
No, I
You went to a
say
new ghetto after.
What?
You went to a new ghetto?
No, the same.
the same ghetto.
Same thing, yeah.
And then
Near
what happened?
Tresenstedt.
Yeah, it's the
Yes. And who make you free them? The American people?
No, nobody met me.
Who liberated
Who-
you
who
guys?
liberated
I
you?
ran away all the time.
You ran away
I ran away.
until
Yes,
the
but-
war ended?
Huh?
You ran away until the war ended?
Yeah, I was in Prague. Now wait a minute. When we get to the Theresienstadt, when I came back there, I saw my aunt there, and I had nothing to say. But the year before in the Theresienstadt, I was a very important man. They called me the whistler of the ghetto. I whistled and I sang with the band, and they knew me. But then when I came back, nobody was there anymore. All the other people were all came from Germany. They put them there now, and there was no other friends. But I had to start from the beginning. And they put me into the Barak Hamburger Kaserne. What's the Kaserne? For soldiers. The Theresienstadt was the ghetto before Maria Therese in the 17th century. She owned the ghetto Theresienstadt. She owned the ghetto. So when I was there in the ghetto, in the Hamburger Kaserne, I saw so many people dying there.
Died.
Yeah, from typhus and everything. That's all the people who came there from the transport. The death march was the worst thing. Was even worse than the camp. The death march, you didn't know where you were going, and you didn't know where you were coming. There was no food, no lice. I had also, when I got to Leibniz, I had for 3 days, I didn't know where I was, I had the typhus. But in the ghetto, I saw them all dying. So I said, I'm not going to die here. And I ghetto to myself, but I spoke to God in my way. So I ran out from the Kaserne, I escaped, and I knew where the cafe house. It's the cafe house where the bands used to play, and the theater. The Germans, we had to perform for the Germans, sing, and they liked it, they knew everything. Bach music, so the people had to do that. And I was a member of the ghetto swingers, Fritzig Weiss. He was our band leader, and he gave me as a young kid. And I had my grandparents with me, so they were starving. So they didn't have much to eat, so I had to go to work. So when it's a difficult story to tell like this, but when I was in the ghetto, I met a boy again, a little boy, which I knew before. And he told me, now it's all miracle stories, but they're all true stories. And the boy said, his mother's going to come tomorrow to fetch me, to escape from here. I said, oh, she's going to come with the lorry. So I begged him to let me go with her, because I was nowhere. So he asked his mother, and his mother came, and he asked me to go together with him. He came with a postal van, German van, postal van, and she asked me to come with her. So I got into the back with them, and we were driving away there, that came the German post office. And middle of the way, they stopped the lorry. So who came in there? This is finished. They're going to find us now.
It was the finish of the war.
No.
No, they were driving in a van and they stopped the van. So they thought it was the end and they were going to find them.
We saw the what's the
You understand everything that he tell?
I'm here.
And what? Huh? It wasn't the SS. It was the partisan.
The partisan save you?
Yeah. They saw my number and they kissed me.
The partisan kiss you?
Yeah, definitely.
They steal your number
I was the first
and they
one.
kiss you?
And 78, 30, I was the first one they met. They never saw a survivor before.
Yes. What is your number, sir? It's
170-835.
170-835.
Yeah. That's the name.
Yes.
That's our name.
When you come from Treisenstedt, they put all over you and give you number.
Yeah.
In the one day?
My grandfather too.
Your grandfather too?
Yeah, but no, you go from one thing to another. So she is well. Let's stay here, but he escaped. She took me to Prague with her. First we went to a town near Prague. They had a big feast there, and they invited me over there for to eat. Everything was good from them. Then we went into the apartment from the woman. And I was happy that I was out of Theresienstadt, because afterwards I heard that all thousands of people died in Theresienstadt from typhus. The Russians closed the camp. And I knew I couldn't stay there. All my things I did in my life, I felt that foreign was going to happen. So when I got to the barrack, the Russians, everybody said we're going to liberate the Czechs, the Americans, the English, they never came. But who came? The Russians. The Russians came to liberate us. The Russians, all the Cossacks and all that. And I was happy with that, because I couldn't care less. And then the Germans left Theresienstadt with all the prisoners, young kids, on the tanks. They put them at home, and they escaped to the American zone. They knew why. Americans wouldn't do to them what the Russians would have done. Because Russia suffered. They were invaded. The Russians suffered more than anybody else. So I knew it, and I loved them. I spoke Russian, I sang Russian, I did everything. So that was the age of 15, can you imagine? And then I said to the girl, the woman I was over, I had my address and my pocket of my uncle who were in South America. So I said to her, I'm going to go to America. She said, you can't go to America. I said, why not? The Americans came here. I said, I can go there. So I took my baggage, I left the house, and I went to the top of the station, to go to the American frontier. It wasn't so easy, but I went there, and they saw my number, and the station, I said, yeah, they let me go through with that number without paying. So we were on the train. Listen, how you listen. We were on the train, and suddenly the train was stopped. Nobody knows that story. I'm telling you now. So the train was stopped.
The train to where?
To the American frontier.
Okay.
He was going to the American frontier.
Okay, he won't go to America, so
Yeah.
they took him with a
So
train.
he was on a train to go
Okay.
to the American frontier, and then the train stopped.
Yeah.
The train stopped. Okay, and what?
Outside was Russian soldiers with the machine guns.
Wow.
How do you call it?
Machine gun.
Machine gun, yes.
There is another name.
Rifles.
Russians. Other Russians.
Russian rifles.
Soldier Russian with a gun.
Yeah.
And they want to kill you, what?
No, don't talk about killing. Nobody could kill me. I didn't know then, but now I know. I was holy. No one would touch me. God was with me everywhere.
He's holy.
He's
Kadosh.
holy.
Yes, yeah. You can say that. So I went outside, I said to the Russians, I spoke perfect Russian then, on the camps and everything.
So you spoke Russian, you spoke German, and you spoke Yiddish?
Yiddish,
Wow.
and I more. So I said to the two, there was two Frenchmen with me on the train from Paris. And they said, what's happening here? I said, no. I said to the Russians, I don't know. They took us into the village for the head office, the commandant was in the village there, sitting there, half drunk. And the two Frenchmen were with me too. I said, what's happening here? Is Hitler coming back? And the Russian said that. And he said, yet, he was annoyed that I talked like that. We just come out of the camp, but you're going to put us in the camp again? I didn't like that. And that was right, because they did a lot of things afterwards, the Russians. They kept a lot of prisoners from the war, and they put them to Siberia. I knew all that, So this is important. So he said, he said, finish now, take him up to the attic. So they took us in a house opposite, into the attic. We walked up, and I saw on the walking up of the attic, I saw on the right hand side a little room with the Russians, which were drinking there and singing, you know. All these songs they were singing. And I said, when I went up to the attic, they put us there together with the Frenchmen. I didn't like that. So I said, I'm going to try to escape here. So I went downstairs slowly, and I passed the room where they were so happy. They were all sleeping with their head on the definitely. So I walked out of the building. I came out. I spoke good, shake. And what happened then? When I walked out, it was beautiful weather, sunshine.
You want water?
Yeah, water here.
You have water here? Give you water? Thank you.
How old were you at this time?
At that time, I was 15.
You were 15, and you
He
were
was 15.
trying
He
to
born in
escape the
1989.
house with the attic.
So when I was
You born in 1989.
No,
19,
that's 10
No,
years.
sorry. 1999. 29.
yeah, 39.
Yes, yes.
So up the attic, I started fantasy. I went down slowly. I got out of the house, and I was happy. I had a little sack with me, with water, whatever. And I asked the first guy there.
Thank you.
I'll check his luck here. Thank you. I got the illness now. Parkinson, shaking.
Yes, yes.
It's only happened now. That's all from the camp. So I said to him, Frontier America. So he said to me, go there, about 10 miles, 20 miles, you will see that. So I was walking happy, free, whistling, singing, and then I got to the broch. The Russian was close to the frontier. And the other side, the Americans. But I didn't speak English, that I don't knew. So I said, what am I going to do now? So I saw the American soldiers with the jeep. So I started singing American songs, which I learned from my sister in Berlin.
You were singing American songs that you learned from your sister in Berlin, but you didn't speak English.
No, but
You just knew the song.
Yeah, you understand very well. So I start singing, I Tuskers. Afterwards, Jeepers, Creepers. So the soldiers start singing with me. The Americans, I went over to contact. And then they asked the Russian, and the Russian opened the gate and let me out. And that's why I'm here today. I wouldn't be here today because they would have killed me. But they didn't.
So, what is your name, please?
Helmut Spreitzer.
Helmut Spreitzer.
Yeah, I'm on the email.
This is your name.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the first day that you come to Auschwitz?
The first day?
Yes. You remember the first day that you come to Auschwitz?
Definitely, how can I forget that?
You cannot forget that.
How can you?
You come with the train. How much was the time between Theresienstadt to Auschwitz? One day,
No, 3 days.
3 days?
I'll tell you now why I went to this.
You can sit. You can sit good. It's okay. Sit how much you.
Actually, the building started. There were a lot of people sent to Auschwitz, but no, we didn't even know what Auschwitz was.
You didn't know about Auschwitz?
No.
People didn't tell you?
No, nobody.
And when you come to Auschwitz, you see the fire.
Yeah, no.
What do you think about that?
Wait. My
Okay.
grandfather was on the list to go with my grandmother. And I was not on the list because I played with the band. So my grandfather said to me, Helmut, you better stay here. You got a job here. You don't have to come with us. So I went with them on the day the deportation was happening. They were behind fire. to go on the cattle train.
Your grandparents were on the list to be deported.
yeah.
You were not on the list.
Oh, you
but you wanted to
understand.
go with them.
Yeah.
So you ended up going with them to Auschwitz instead of staying.
No, I said goodbye to them
Oh, you said goodbye to them.
behind the wire, and then I started crying. I said, I can't leave them.
Okay.
So I walked up to the commandant who had the train there, waiting for the people to be deported, and I begged him to go on the train. He didn't understand it why. But my grandfather was a holy man.
Wow.
From Trillium.
From where?
Trillium. He had all the time Trillium. Every day.
Your grandfather every day make tefillin.
Yeah,
So he was a holy guy.
Yeah,
He was a holy man.
Yeah.
So you tell to SS, I won't go with them?
Yeah. To the commandant on
The commandant in Tresenstadt, he was a SS man.
Yeah.
And he tell you why you won't go with them.
Yeah.
He know that they go to Auschwitz.
Yeah, but I didn't ask them. I couldn't care less.
Yes, but the SS men know that these people, this train go to Auschwitz.
Definitely.
So we tell you why you won't go with them.
No, he didn't say that.
So what?
I said, my grandparents, I said, I got to stay with them. Whatever you do, don't keep me here. And there was a girl there, the side of the commandant. Her father was in Tunisia, and she had to go. And he changed the ticket from her to me.
So you went to Auschwitz to follow your grandparents?
How long were you guys in the cattle?
You didn't know where you were going.
No, I didn't know.
You didn't know, but you wanted to be with your grandparents. So you exchanged the ticket with the girl to get on the train to go.
I changed the ticket.
The SS exchanged the ticket, so you would be with your grandparents.
Yeah.
But you got there and you found out it was Auschwitz?
Yeah. No, not I found out not we got there. They're not so far. The train was traveling 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
You have a food on the train?
We didn't have water, nothing.
Nothing.
After 2 days, everybody was shouting, Wasser, water.
Water.
People
What
got
year
tired.
was this?
43.
In September,
1943.
yeah, how do you know that?
You tell that.
He said it in.
He said it
He
before,
said it
yes.
in Hebrew.
Yeah. So when I got on into Birkenau, that was horrible.
I'm sorry, sir. You go to Auschwitz or Birkenau?
Birkenau.
Yes, but when the Hungary people, the Eichmann building a rampa that people come inside to Birkenau.
Yeah.
You come to Auschwitz and then they take you.
No, not to Auschwitz. We came to Birkenau.
You came with the train inside Birkenau.
Yeah, inside Birkenau. So that was on 3 days after that.
Okay, and
that was in the winter.
it was in the winter. When you come to Auschwitz, in the night, in the day?
Early in the morning.
Early in the morning. In 4 o'clock, 5, there was light.
Yeah, the light from the platform.
Yes, but there was night.
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, definitely.
It was night.
Night, yeah.
What I read, all the people that get him to the Auschwitz or Birkenau, they take him to the Auschwitz in the night. This is true?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you come in 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So when
And what was cold?
Oh, listen.
And when they open the door, what you see there?
That's a Spielberg film video.
I see the Spielberg film, yes.
You saw it?
Yes, I saw when I was young.
So whatever happened, when you open the doors, it was like hell. Hell, you know hell?
Hell, Gehenom.
We thought we were not alive.
We saw the hell.
Wasser.
Wasser.
That's what all the people were saying in the carriage train. Where we were there. Everybody shouted. If you looked at everybody, they looked like blind people. No water. So with no water, you can't exist. Food, yes. So they were all shouting, water. And we had to jump out. And the German bastards there, it was ice cold. And everything was frozen. So when we jumped out of the train, people were falling on the ground. But they were licking water on the ice. But the tongue stuck on it. They couldn't get it. So I'm telling you now the whole thing, which has been taught for many years. So we were taken, I don't know why they did that, we were taken into the barracks there for quarantine.
Okay.
And there was a woman there. We came into the barracks. I still had to see my grandfather. So we came in there, and everybody was. She had a diamond ring, possibly poker or something. She asked a glass of water. She's got 2 children. They gave her definitely. They were the inmates from the camp were there, the Polacks. They were not Jewish. They focused on that, you know. They gave them water, and I said, Wasser. I said, oh, give me. I can't. I've got my 2 children. They are, I have to look after them first. So I was nearly dying. So what did I do? 15.
לא, זה בן שלו, הוא אמר שיהיה לו סיוטים.
I'm sorry.
לא לכפור כל כך.
I'm sorry.
נראה לי ש...
Your grandson?
לא, זה בן
This
שלו.
is his son? I'm sorry. Stepson, what is...
בן חורג.
I asked him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You want to go home?
No, I don't know.
It's a difficult for you for talking.
No. Aaron, stop it. Don't mix into it.
You his son?
My stepson, yeah.
What is stepson? נכד?
לא, בן חורג.
זה בן חורג שלו?
Yes.
It's okay to continue. It's just releasing.
יהיו לו סיוטים בלילה.
אוקיי.
רק לא כל כך קשה.
אוקיי.
He doesn't want you to talk?
No, he won't.
היה לי סבא.
You could please do something. Share whatever you want. No pressure.
Okay.
Whatever you feel comfortable with. Whatever you want to
He's
go.
asking, so I'm giving him a message.
No, we're more open-ended. Just whatever you want to share with us.
Do you want to continue talking? You're okay? Or you
It's
want
up to you. We don't want to keep you
Are you
there.
sure you're okay?
If I talk about that, I'm always okay.
You know, so I tell you my story.
Yeah.
My story when I was young, I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
My mother took me to the museum in Israel of לוחמי הגטאות. It's like Yad Vashem.
Yeah.
And I was young, I was 6 years old. And my mom took me there.
If you want, I can give him a ride.
And I go in the museum, and I see all the picture, and I stand like this. I was very, very afraid. And when my mom took me home, I go to sleep. I was young, I was 6 years old. I born in 1981. I'm child. And I go to sleep, and I was very afraid. איך אומרים שמיכה?
מה?
שמיכה, איך אומרים?
Blanket.
I take the blanket, so I put on my head. And when I was young, I didn't was religion. I'm not born religion. I born a simple Israeli. I take my blanket on my head, and I cry, please God, give me a favor, please God. Tomorrow morning I want to wake up to be Christian people. I don't want to be Jewish. Why they kill to my arm? Why they kill to me 6 million people? I don't want to be Jewish. And I wake up in the morning and I see I'm Jewish. And again, I took the blanket on the night, I pray, I cry. I say, God, I don't know, but if there is God in the world, give me a favor. I want to wake up in the morning to be Christian. And 3 days like this. And the miracle didn't was. I wake up Jewish. Until then, I just learn about the Holocaust. I have 6 kids. I have boy and 5 girls. I take my girls to people in Israel to see the number. They tell me, Daddy, it didn't was. We don't believe. I tell him it was. And I take my children to people to see the Holocaust. I read all the day, 1 hour, 2 hours about the Holocaust. All my life, I think when I go to sleep, my dream, definitely it's the Holocaust. I very connect. I go to New York. I see people that survived the Holocaust. But if I pressure you, I don't want to do that.
No,
It's okay.
You can't pressure me. That's inside me. It's my life, my book. I have to tell anybody.
You feel that you need to tell everybody.
That's what the message. That's why I came here to that meeting here to see what kind of meeting it is.
Yes.
And it was nice. It was nice.
They need to clean up here.
Okay.
Maybe we can sit over there. No, we can sit inside. It's
Maybe you
quiet.
want to go home.
It's quieter.
Maybe it's good for him to go home. Maybe.
No, I don't.
You don't want to go home?
Show them for the
Why should I go
من
home?
میتونم
So
باشم.
the other one is to
You know, so yesterday I was walking near the shul and I see guy have a number on his hand.
Yeah.
His name is Shmuel Berkovich. And I go to his home.
Yeah.
I sit there 2 hours. Tomorrow I going to sit with him all the night. He come to Auschwitz when he was 12 years old.
Yeah,
He come from Hungary.
yeah. I'm not Jew.
Yes, and he survived the Holocaust.
Let's move.
Can I get you a water? Can I get you food? Anything?
No.
You're good?
Hold on.
Okay. We're gonna go into another room. It's a little bit quiet.